This is a dangerous road we take, but it is the only road to take what was stolen from us. Inventory, world walkers. We prepare to depart for the portal of Aurora. We go to build a new kingdom. We go to put a new queen on the throne. We go to reclaim our home. We go to fight enemies. We go to reclaim what was once ours. Sora, Bastion, you have pledged yourselves to our cause. You know more about your two siblings and your mother, Italessa, than any of us do. We need to know what we are up against. We need to know what forces, what powers we fight against.
The powers of Italessa, we are afraid, are far greater than perhaps the powers of any being you may have experienced before. An enormous challenge awaits us in Aurora. Her powers are without boundary, without limit. We have a notable instance in which her powers were exerted that Sora would like to share with you and those assembled here.
We want you to know fully what you are up against, and we want to gain your trust by being honest. And there is something we have not been entirely honest about. The ley line rupture that slaughtered many of your people was not the work of Gafric Vugilni. It was solely done by the power of our mother, and we let Gafric Vugilni take the fall.
So, for a being to be able to, with the power of her will, to rupture a ley line and cause that catastrophic destruction, it is power unprecedented that has kept us beneath her heel for so long.
And that is what claimed all of the northern lands.
Ulf-Drott, you say that loud from the roof, please.
But Bastion and Sora have confided in us that the powers of Italessa are those that claim the northern lands. The thousands of people that used to live within the northern regions of Aurora were all slaughtered and laid to rest, not by the powers of Gafruk and Gimli, but by the powers of the Frost Lord's mother, Italessa. This is who we move to fight against. These are her powers. To burst forth the earth itself and suffocate an entire continent. Urfin Venteri, you are all my family. You are all my kin. You are all that I have left. I want you to think carefully about what we go up against, about what dangers we face when we step beyond that portal. This is a dangerous road we take, but it is the only road to take what was stolen from us. Think on that carefully. Now, we need to discuss our strategy, what our plan for conquest is. Jasper.
I think the first thing we need to think about is the fact that their brother and sister could freeze any number of us at any moment.
Va.
How do we counter that?
We know that the effect of the freezing took some time to travel across town. We also now know how to prevent it, how to cure it.
So if we have the charms, we'll be able to...
With Miri's guidance as well?
Va. We do have 3 diviners with us. Revnol, Miri, and now Sora will be able to help us and know what we face.
Ulf-Drott, is Miri still go with you? She's currently involved in the summoning of Maxwell.
We will speak with her before departing tonight.
Nothing's changed, but she is on point with that decision. So,
Thank you for letting me know. We will discuss this further with her. Sora, you want to speak?
I would like to also mention that the powers of my brother and sister take time. They would not be able to freeze all of us. And there were warning signs before that we did not realize. For instance, the power of song and the powers of the 2 of them together. The most important thing we can do is keep them separate.
To separate them would be critical to destroying them. We are always stronger when we are together.
And now that you are divided 2 and 2, they should be weaker now.
They will be proportionately weaker, yes.
Svani's citadel is to the north, correct?
His is to the north and Sylvie's is to the east.
How quickly could they move their armies to the portal?
I anticipate that they are already mobilizing their military forces as we speak. They have had several days to be marshalling their forces. I think that with Sora, we can anticipate at least a vanguard to be ready to receive us.
And who's to say more time hasn't passed in Aurora than us here?
so that might be a good thing. Maybe they've been waiting for years. They got for it. I'm trying to be positive.
If they move an entire army to stand by the portal, they will have an entire army that they need to feed for however long they stay there. There is little food to be harvested there. It would be very expensive and costly for them to maintain an army there. However, if they move that army to us now, every one of us that moves through the portal tonight must be on their guard, must be prepared to fight.
I have another question.
Va.
This is in regards to after, if we make it through their armies, if they have them. What you're saying, if we must divide them to make them weaker, does that mean that we'll be fighting a two-front war?
Possibly. Their powers could be weakened proportionately to perhaps how far they are apart. It would be just easier to face them separately. So the possibility of opening a second front and fighting a two-front war is something that we ought to discuss at least.
I would also like to mention that now that we have all been separated, we will not be able to restore ourselves in different bodies. And the life we have now is the last life that we have.
Does that mean that they're weakened as well, or does Svani control that?
Svani would not be able to come back in the new body were we to kill him.
It is all 4 of us are required to complete the entire process of creating a body and moving our animus, our soul, from one to the other. So they may be able to create new bodies, but they will not be able to enact the rest of the procedure.
That is good to hear.
Which does a lot to improve our situation. But I would anticipate some kind of armed confrontation as soon as we step through that portal.
They still do not know the Northlands better than the wolves do. We still have the advantage. We know the terrain. We know the lay of the land. We know how to fight there. They do not. We do have that advantage for us. Let us consult the map. travel through the portal, we will find ourselves in the Ulf-Drott Mountains, at the heart of the world, the center of the Wolven homeland. From there, it is a long journey to Wintershore. It will take us many weeks traveling along the mountain range to reach there. At the base of the old Bear Clan territory, there is food and timber to use. We will stop there to resupply and replenish ourselves. From there, we will move forward to Wintershore, Kyra.
Ah,
That is where we will make our move to put you on the throne.
with Sora's help, I expect it won't be as hard as it would have been previously.
The people of Winterskull are loyal to me and no one else. If I am there to throne you, they will not resist.
Can we rely on your soldiers, Sora, to join our cause when we arrive there?
Yes, but I must mention that we do pass by the lands of Svanny. So as we arrive at the old Bear Clan lands, we need to arm ourselves.
Do they know how to use the trees? Might we hide amongst them?
Spani's military power would have come from here. They live in rural settlements, isolated villages, small farming communities. To raise a strong force would be quite a feat for him, but the locals would be familiar with the woodlands. The soldiers themselves, though, would have come, his generals come from his urban capitals, which would be on the coast, and they are not quite as familiar with the woodlands and with the wilderness of the northern regions.
They might know the land, I know it better.
But I think so.
I would bet on that.
I have another question.
I wouldn't bet against
Arm and speed.
Are most of their armies gained from levies, or is there a standing army that is more?
Standing army. He keeps a standing army of professionals on hand. They are supposedly quite strong.
They fight for coin.
Do you know the numbers?
I do not know.
Do you know how many might be enslaved, like the town was?
I would say at least half.
Then that is half that the drums of war may show to be useful against.
Ulf-Drott, the Bear Clan is known for their trap sets up in the trees. I know wolves are not ones to climb trees, but we can make a plan.
Do you think that those traps still stand after all this time?
Oh, they are strong.
Good.
Didn't the Bear Clan strong?
If we can disrupt half of their forces with the drums, the other half will be easy to fight off in the forests.
Very good.
Perhaps we could even rally their numbers if they were
I think so. Any that were enslaved might join our cause as the town did.
And they would be armed as well.
But,
Very easy.
so we will take their numbers with us to Wintershore. There, Sora. Can we expect your armies to join ours?
Absolutely.
Good. Till our forces grow even stronger.
It will be a lot of people. Sora has a very large army.
Good.
That will be very helpful.
As we advance from there, we must ford the King's Strait. Sora, you have boats to transport us.
Mostly trade ships, but with a little bit of convincing, I think we will be able to travel.
They will be good enough. From there, with Kyra on the throne, we will move from town to town along the coast. We will gather those who will pledge to fight for a new kingdom. Our final march south We will move to the ley mines. We will liberate all the slaves that are kept there.
Isn't that dangerous?
It's very dangerous.
Are we going to be able to make certain as we march, we're not marching right across a ley line with our entire army and they're just going to blow us to hell?
Luckily, you have Bastian, who knows these lands better than he knows just about anything else.
Knows them very well.
We also have dividends, Jasper. But I appreciate your caution. As we are relying on the law.
I have another thought.
Of course, Armin, speak.
Is there not a way that we can send word to before we move on Svani and see if our armies can assist us against Svani?
I think so. But I think to prevent Svani and Sylvie from having as much time as they need, we should move fast, all of us. We can send a few scouts forward, but they will only be able to move a day or two further than us.
We must still maintain the element of surprise.
But we must move as fast as we can. We must make our way across these lands as quickly as we can.
Ulf-Drott. No
Bob.
one should arrive in Wintercold before Sora. She needs to be the first.
Good.
Perhaps.
We bring an envoy with her.
That is wise.
We also have bodyguards in case there has already been an issue.
Blah. We will travel as one until we reach the Bearlands. There we will part paths. We will send an envoy with Sora.
I'll go with her.
Good. You shall usher in the wolves of winter arriving.
Ah.
Once we have liberated the ley mines, any slaves that are able to fight for us at that time will join our forces.
Would it be possible to send a few folk in before the army arrives in order to prime the people there?
But we will send in a contingent.
I would be willing to go in there.
Good.
There's much power in the ley mines. I'd be able to use that.
Derek, you will lead them.
Oh, true.
Once the ley mines are liberated, the combined forces of Wintershore, the Ulf-Inventary, and all liberated people of Aurora will then move on Itales's keep. There it is merely a matter of breaching the walls and ripping her cold, frozen heart from her chest and freeing my son.
Vast, apparently.
More than anything you have ever seen before. I can assure you of that.
Then I have more questions.
Speak your mind, Armin.
If she is so powerful, if she could be in your mind all the way here, from where she is up to her feet, what else can she do? Who's to say that Svani and Sylvie have not already moved to take over Winterskill what we're going?
They will
That
not
is-
be here to.
That is the question, isn't it? That is the risk we are taking. They may have already done that. You know, this map that we have, it might be completely different. You know, Svani could have already amassed his soldiers. Sylvie could have already amassed hers. They could have marched on winter, so we don't know.
Or they
We're
might
just-
be all holding up Itales's keep.
We're just creating this plan so we know what exactly we are going to do when we get there. And so we are able to confront whatever we find on the other side. But
Bastian, Sora,
what is it?
do you have any relics from your mother?
Did you keep anything of hers? Anything, you mean relic, like a treasured personal possession of
Anything
hers,
that
or
connects
something
us
that...
directly to her?
Oh, then they have lots and lots of that.
Perfect.
Then that would be helpful.
Very.
Excellent.
I believe with me and Miri together, we will be able to successfully predict what we are in for.
And we will train Grevnol as well, if you will be trained.
Being in the land will be a lot easier to tell what is going to be ahead. Once we have entered through the portal, it will be a lot easier to hear what all the noises are saying, and we'll be able to plan accordingly. As of right now, this plan seems very solid.
It does not mean we will not have to adapt along the way.
Agreed.
In fact, that is our mindset. We know what we should do. Because that's what we're going to end up doing. As long as we're all able to work together and trust, we have to fear.
That is the plan then. By the end, the forces of Svani will be greatly reduced, provided that he attempts to attack us. Sylvie will still be untouched. But all in good time, Kyra. We will assure that your rulership over Aurora is as strong as both iron and silver, and none will challenge you. Not while the Ulf-Drott is still alive. From there, it is a matter of liberating all the people of Aurora. We will free them from their slavery. You understand what that means, don't you, Bastion?
That they will be free and we'll have a lot of malnourished people to take care of.
We will.
What do we do?
I hope we are able to deal with that. I don't know what kind of problems will arise from that. I do know that many of the people now working in those mines are in no condition to fight.
That is good to know. We will not rely upon their aid.
We cannot rely on their aid. Maybe if they are given a good feeding, square meals a day for several months, they might be on their feet and ready to go. But it will take a lot of time and a lot of coordination, a lot of logistical thinking.
How many of them know how to fight?
As far as I know, about that many.
How many would even want to?
As far as I know, I hope about that many.
Can you?
Just leave out the secret ingredients. That's what
Regardless whether they join our aid or not, they need us.
Wow.
They absolutely do. They absolutely do. I don't know if we can rely on them for our needs. I do think though that these people living in the fishing villages along the coastline here, I think that they would be more than willing to come to the cause unite under the banner.
Good.
They've been troubled.
If they do have excess food in these coastal villages, we will pick it up as we move. It would be good to bring that food to these slaves of the Levites.
However, we shouldn't be expecting them just to give it to us. Whatever coin we have, we should pay them for what they have.
Of course.
Winter's gold, there will be enough silver to pay all. And it will be on you this time, not us.
I'll take it gladly. I'll give it gladly.
And then it is worth noting that when we have crossed here, we have talked to all these coastal villages. We will reach Crystal Torn, my palace and village, which is here. And I do have a military force that would be willing, I shall marshal them myself, and they would be more than willing to unite to our cause. And they are significant.
If we have both the forces of Sora and Bastion, combined with the Ulf-Drott, in addition to whoever we can levy from these towns,
we
have a shot at this.
We do. There is a chance. And a pretty good one.
To the south.
Gilly, I can show you if you wish to see.
Regardless of the swamp, regardless of death or injury, in my mind there is no choice what we have to do. We have to try. All our might. Knowing that many, not all of us, might not ever return them.
This is the plan that I present before you, Queen Kyra of the Phoenix Kingdom.
It is good.
You accept it?
I do.
We all have to trust each other. Because we have no one else we can.
Wow.
What is it that the other people would do now? The howling thing?
Ulf-Drott!